What's going on, guys? Coach Noob back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels, and your time is always appreciated because you can be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. Yo, this one is about a man accused of attacking his ex girlfriend and killing her 11-year-old son, and he's testifying in court. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it.
Prosecutors rested their case against the man charged with killing an 11-year-old boy and seriously injuring his pregnant mother in Edgewater last year. The suspect, Grissetti Brand, representing himself. WGN's Emmy Victor now live with the story. Emmy.
Well, Ray, after several witnesses took the stand over the last few weeks, we are now hearing from the person that this trial is centered around. 39-year-old Crucetti Brand testified in his own defense today. He's accused of attacking his pregnant ex-girlfriend, Latiria Smith, and stabbing her 11-year-old son, Jaden Perkins, to death.
Hey, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, man. You know what I'm saying? And even him ending up in this situation, you know, and testifying on his own behalf, even having to testify on his own behalf, you know, getting himself into this situation in the first place, you know, by decision making, bro. And that's why I always talk about it. That's why it's so important on the channel, man, because, you know, it, like I always say, the decisions you make affect you and everyone around you. And it's so important to make the best decisions the first time. So you don't even have to go through stuff like this, man. Like even being accused of that, like hurting the woman and then stabbing the boy to death. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. Even putting yourself in that type of situation in the first place, man. When it's you got so much other stuff you could be doing besides putting so much time and energy into the woman, bro, that you want to hurt her so bad that you'll hurt her child. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy, man. To even think like that and end up in that kind of position is wild, man.
He took the stand this afternoon and gave his account of what he says happened on March 13th, 2024. He claims that he and Smith got into an argument after she found videos of him with other women on his phone.
Videos of other women on your phone, man. Now, is it okay to have more than one woman? Yes. Is it okay to lie and cheat on the women that you with? No. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a player, man. And off the rip, just let them know, like, hey, you're not the only one. I got other women. Give her a chance to, you know, want to be with you or not, man. You know, you always got to give them that option, bro. You can't lie to a woman and expect everything's gonna go how you want it to go, and you haven't been honest from the beginning. And arguments, bro. That's man. That's we all know that's the thing that leads up to domestics, and that leads up to even worse murder, bro. Like in this situation right here, man. And it's crazy, bro. That even putting yourself in this kind of position, man, by not thinking or thinking like not logically and rationally, being in your feelings. That is what leads you to be in these kind of positions, man. So that's why it's so important not to be in your feelings, bro. Don't get in those, man. If she saw you on your phone with it and you had pictures of other girls and stuff on there, all right, she saw it and come clean in there and then get out of there, bro. Don't stand arguing, try to make it seem like you're not doing something that you are doing, because that's only gonna make it worse. People don't like when you play in their face, and they do deserve, the truth and not to be played with. And once it's been so long, and you have a person thinking that they're the only one, and then they're not, of course, they're gonna be upset because you've been bluffing this whole time instead of just keeping it real from jump, man. That's why it's so important to always keep it real from jump too.
Fight turned physical, with Smith grabbing two knives and her son Jaden coming to help her. Brand says while Smith was trying to stab him, she collided with Jaden and stabbed him in the chest. He says he gained control of one of those knives and stabbed Smith several times in self-defense.
And it say that the boy got stabbed, you know what I'm saying, to death too though, but and that's crazy that it would happen like that if the mom grabbed a couple knives and then tripped and fell and landed on the son and hit him in the chest, bro. And then you just grab a knife, the other knife out her hand and start stabbing her. It just sounds like, a bunch of craziness, man, that could have been avoided from jump, bro. Not even just getting up out of there, bro. Don't even sit there and fight with a woman. Man, all right, arguing with a woman is lame, bro. Fighting with a woman is lame, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's easier said than done for some people. And we've all been there, man. Argue with a woman for something before. But, once you reach a certain age or a certain maturity level, bro, you have, you know, mental awareness, physical awareness, bro, spiritual awareness. You're not even gonna put yourself in those positions for this type of shit to even happen for real though. You're just gonna walk away or everybody's gonna know what it is from jump, so this type of stuff doesn't even happen. And you don't even have to come up with these kind of stories, bro. Cause the story sounds, I don't know, it sounds kind of shaky, bro, that, something would happen like that, and then you don't even got no lawyer, and you doing all this, and you know, and it's just it's too many moving parts and stuff, bro. And then you coming with this kind of story, so to me, I don't know. The story sounds kind of messed up, though.
And decided to represent himself throughout this trial despite having no prior legal training. Prosecutors argued that Brand wasn't supposed to be in contact with Smith due to an active order of protection. Smith did come to the courthouse a few weeks ago to share her side of the story. As for Brand, it's unclear whether he'll call any other witnesses to collaborate his side of the story.
And then you already had an order of protection against you, so that means you've been fighting anyway. That doesn't look good, and it doesn't help your case either, bro. So this must have been just a straw that broke the camel's back, and shit got too wild, and then all of this extra stuff ended up happening, and it's the fact that the boy, what I'm saying, he got stabbed to death, bro. That's really why, what I'm saying, you up in there, man, and you really got to keep it cool when you have like a order of protection or you already, and you really shouldn't even be over there. That's, it's a red flag anyway when something like that is going on, and then you still want to go over there. So that means that you guys needed time apart anyways when it's an order of protection going on, and then a fight and a murder on top of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking too good, man, because you weren't thinking again. You know, or at least not thinking with the big head, bro. You thinking with the little head, trying to still go over there and thinking things are gonna change. And with those type of things, to factor in like the order of protection, because y'all already been arguing, and 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna get better just like that right away, bro. So yeah, that time apart, you use that to really work on yourself and know that you don't even need to be in a situation where somebody has to do that, man. And you just got to keep fighting and arguing, bro. That's draining your energy, man, and mentally, physically, and spiritually. And it's really not the best decision to keep going over there dealing with a woman who you always arguing with, because there's women out here that's not going to want to argue with you. They're going to be your peace, bro. But when you always have to try to prove your point and things get physical and all of that, man, that's it's plenty other women out there. So thinking in your feelings and putting so much time and energy into this woman to where you gotta fight to prove your point, that's pointless. And you really should just, man, take those signs and move along, bro. Move on with your life, man. Figure something else out. Work on yourself and move on to another woman once you have that trauma cleared up. Because if you was always fighting and arguing with her, then when you get with the next woman, you're gonna bring that into that relationship if you haven't, um, dealt with that trauma or whatever. Had some time to be by yourself and reflect on your actions and her actions, and to really see what was your fault, what you could have done different and stuff like that, man. So yeah, just, man, really get up out of them. Don't even put yourself in those kind of situations, man, to begin with. Yeah, coochie's good and all of that, bro, but it's not that good to the point where you end up getting into a situation like this.
Reporting live at 26 in California, Emmy Victor, WGN News.
Anyways, man, it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're digging this kind of content. And your time is always appreciated because you can be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. Until next time, I'm out.